So, that thing with your aunt, did you make up?
It's a chance. As soon as the health freeze over.
Oh, that's a shame. There's something I need from her.
You've got legs, haven't you? Go and see her then.
You know what she's like. Since the two of you had that quarrel, she turned her back on the whole family.
I tried to make peace with her, but she slammed the door in my face. I'm not going to humiliate myself a second time. What is it you want from her anyway? If it's money.
Right, what's the hold up?
Easy, good horse. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Good day.
What about you?
By the way,
My favourite book.
as I wandered through the fortress, and there it lay.
You really found it. By the way,
Actually not.
that's too bad.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some, not in absolutely everything, of course. Look, you've never thought...
Me?
How should I know?
I've been through quite a bit, but
Wouldn't you want to...
I suppose I'm not...
There are still a few blank pages left.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many...
Both?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. I'll take careful notes of everything.
Well, there are heaps of stories about men.
All right. A woman, then.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is...
I think above all that she should be clever.
And isn't that rather...
Only if she's too clever and thinks she knows everything.
So you're another man who thinks a woman's tongue...
Not at all. It can be used for all kinds of things.
Very well, you win. But if the lady in our story is clever, should she employ her wits for good or evil?
I'm for good intentions. If we come up with an interesting woman, it would be a shame to write...
I agree. Too bad it...
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet.
What?
A picture. Especially if you...
What?
Imagine a beautiful lady...
I'd rather keep what I do to myself. But how about something like this?
Well,
Finally.
your suffering is over. Don't worry. You can blame me for all the mistakes. So what about that story?
Too bad there aren't more books like this.
Really? And what about the sketch?
Oh, it's pretty, really.
But otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied.
Well, I'd like to see you again sometime. Would you mind if I stop by?
Please do. I'll be glad. It will certainly be...
I'm sorry.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Good dog. How many times do I have to tell you? Chuck your shit into
Rear
my
up.
yard. That piece of land is mine. You're pouring it over the fence. Your brother built that fence. All wrong. He's a complete fucking idiot, he is. Then you should have taken it up with him. How? When he's as dead as a post. Come on. Anyway,
God bless you, sir. Well, see you later. Have a good evening.
what's the hold-up, innkeeper?
Good evening. What do you need?
What's new in the city?
Nothing much.
Greetings.
Yeah. Good evening.
Hold up. Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
Good evening.
Would you like to go? Shall we fight?
Maybe.
I do.
That's the... Watch
Cool. Thanks for the fight.
Yeah, right. Here.
Excuse me.
Greetings.
A regular for life. And beyond.
I apologize.
Oh, it's just you, eh?
Greetings to you.
What else today?
It's unbelievable.
That won't work.
That man. Why is he doing it? Why did you do that?
I'll be at it again. Same old.
This won't end well for you.
Shame on you. What now, fucker? Hey, what are you lying here for? I need a bandage. Quick! Wake up! Come on!
That's better.
Do you still feel like...
If I get some...
How about a fight?
Have you got some...
I do.
Good lad.
Respect.
Rip his gun.
Get moving, you lazy bird! Side of his face. Even our Mutt Barrett could beat him down. Take him.
question, eh? Will you go?
You were fucking lucky.
Are you sure it was?
Absolutely. Here.
I've learned quite a bit already.
That's good. The
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Good day to you.
Excuse me.
I apologize.
I'll read, man.
You wouldn't happen to have any.
I'll tell you, we could use a... Set yourself down.
I won't turn my nose up at
A cout, lad. A strong blow.
I see.
And that's just what... Look, I'm Vlach, gaffer of the St. Anthony Pit. They call...
Yackers. Striped Tony.
Aye? There's a heap of shafts here in the mound, and each has its own gang of yackers, miners, who are only now are...
Backcast, you say?
Aye, trouble, fash. King Wenzel himself gave our mound the
Shoot fest.
and every shaft has its own champion. But this year it's fucked. Our Anthony got lost, and the Saints are...
This Anthony is another miner.
He's no bloody miner. St. Anthony,
On your what?
on war standard.
And who are these thieving saints?
Yaggers from the... They've had a howfing scene before, but no, they're up... Only that's bollocks. They only have themselves to blame for it. Their gaffer, so now he's all worked up that they're digging like...
So, what's all this to do with me?
We need a fella that the Saints do. Someone who can get in their alehouse and nick us. There'll be a heap of chink in it for you, kid.
Where can I find...
No bother. It's in the Italian court.
All right.
The Saints meet and play dice beneath the alehouse. There's only one way in from below, through an old abandoned mine shaft.
Where can I find the entrance to this shaft?
On the slope, right below the paths of the Heradic Fortress Gate.
What does your standard actually look like?
It's a red and white stang, like a pole, with a carving of...
All right. I'll take care of you.
I'm glad to hear it, kid. You'll definitely get a nice fight.
Thanks. I've come about your St. Anne's.
Aye?
I don't have him yet.
I'll read. See you later, my friend.
But he threw me out. It was just a simple misunderstanding. Bollocks of misunderstanding. You made it. I'm sorry.
Oh, today.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Bring mir Wein!
Guten Abend, wie kann ich dir helfen?
Greetings.
What?
I'm Heinrich von Skalitz.
I'm Udo from Taubisch.
Aha.
Ebenfalls.
Where is it you're from?
Gott im Himmel.
Ah, right.
Long. Exact.
What are you doing in...
Earning Geld. Everyone here wants...
Holes?
Holes.
You bring wood here?
Yeah. But not just any wood.
I didn't expect to meet a German.
There.
Let's play some dot.
Yeah. Freund?
Oh, Fortuna. Möge der beste Mann gewinnen.
I heard you're in need of money.
It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time.
I need to pay the tithe.
God bless.
And give something to the church for my father's requiem mass.
Isn't it a bit early for that? It's ages till St. Wenceslas's day, and they don't collect tithes before
I hope
then.
you don't throw like that again.
But I promised myself I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year. So, have you got any ideas?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year.
Mein Gott, warum?
Verdammt nochmal. So. Pa.
They wash their hair. I give them a head and neck
Honey,
massage as well.
mein Schatz.
And I give their backs
Komm
a...
her.
All the girls do that.
Listen,
Aus Bischofsheim.
And I only wear a light blouse when I'm working.
it's been a pleasure.
Klar.
I'm
Bis
washing
bald. Einen
them.
guten Abend.
And then it's
für
like...
dich.
And then I look all downcast and say, I'm going
Listen,
Aus Bischofsheim.
let's play some dot.
Ja.
Heute werde ich Glück haben. I can feel it in my bones.
But here you see that's nonsense. The king's only concern is our fair city's well-being.
Well,
and he's
come to your
definitely not
senses
afraid
yet.
But you look like you can't count to 5.
Conrad's going to
And
win the
why
tournament.
would we?
And I'm telling you, he doesn't stand a chance.
Illustrious bailiff knows that people have enough work of their own. So he
Das ist nicht möglich.
Verdammt nochmal. So. Shall we play?
Why not?
Ah.
I heard about this one bloke. A young fella. But they say no one stands a chance.
Let's play. Mal sehen, wer heute Abend Glück hat.
We aren't in any danger.
His name is... Bloody hell, what was it? Staniak? Spishak? Something starting with a Z. They say he soaks his prick in rooster blood before every fight, that it gives him superhuman strength.
Come to your senses, yeah?
Auf Wiedersehen!
Safe travels. And I'm telling you, he doesn't stand a chance.
Conrad wins every time.
Gutes Spiel, Mann.
Scheiße. You took my last groschen. Oh, well.
A game is a game.
Yeah, yeah.
I better not forget about that council assembly.
What would you like?
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Careful.
happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
In Bohemia, even if the people have...
Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
A large beer for me.
Good day.
When is the next tour?
In 4 days. But there is still time to...
Sign me up for the tour.
Toll.
I'm in the mood.
Spoken. Pay the entry fee.
Here are the groschen. What?
I look forward to seeing your attack. May Lady Fortune be on your side. On the day of the tournament, go, or you can wait.
I'd like to soar.
I'm glad to hear it. Master Nicholas will be happy.
One of you?
Aye.
How come it's only for citizens?
It's the Kuttenberg sword fight. We wouldn't want any old
And how can an honest man...
Well, it ain't that easy. And you have to have 2 Kuttenberg. We can't just take... Then you have to appear before the... if the council consents.
I see.
Not for a while.
Oh, sacre. Thanks for the information.
Well, good sir.
What do you need?
I'd like to improve. Ich unterrichte dich gerne. Nice and slow. Whoa.
Heute ist ein wunderschöner Tag. Was willst du? Grüß dich.
What's new around?
Lad, I ain't seen you here. I'll be with you.
Was there something you wanted?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. What?
Henry.
Kwiatoslav. Pleased to meet you.
Aye.
Brilliant.
Really?
Someone trustworthy who could help me write.
And you were just waiting in case one happened to walk past?
Of course there is. And his assistant. Even worse. What's more, I can tell.
So, you want me to...
I couldn't have put it...
What kind of letter?
Like I said, it's an important business letter.
Are you offering him?
Aye. You could say that.
What do I get for writing it?
A whole heap of coin, pal. It's really important for me.
Really?
Very long.
All right.
Brilliant. But before we get started...
What's this supposed to be?
I was given this here parchment.
How many miles you've wandered at such a grueling pace? Rest your feet, dear maiden. That sounds more like bawdy verse than...
Is that what it says? But it's clear you can...
Where are we going to write the letter?
Oh no, we can't write.
Well then...
You have to go to Kuttenberg, in the northern part of the miners' district. I have my office. Enter the city by that gate. Keep going straight until you pass the town hall. Keep the markets on your right. Go as far... The building may look a bit run down from outside, but...
Hold on.
I'm afraid I've got things to be doing.
Can't you tell me anything?
Nothing to tell. Like I said, I'm in a wrangle. And what better way than a nice...
Right, so I go to the city, and in the miners...
That's right. Tell them two in the office that justice is worth more than silver. So,
you have a password?
You know, when coin's at stake, you can't trust. And welcome.
Einen Moment noch.
Where can I find...
Go up the stairs, through the door. You can't miss it. Auf Wiedersehen.
God bless.
Guten Tag.
Greetings to you.
The city council will be convening soon. I better get a move on. Go! God! God! Lord be with you. Greetings, knight. I'm mourning. Did someone die?
My hope. Not far from here, in Sedle.
Rings a bell. Isn't he the one who brought holy soil from Jerusalem to Sedles?
Precisely. Almost 200 years ago. There, in the field of Akeldama, he took his sword.
Yes.
My entire life, I wanted to visit. I felt so...
I'm truly sorry to hear that.
I don't know, Fred. What if you went to the graveyard?
What?
Just so I could look at it.
You want me to go to the graveyard?
Don't call it. Can't you just go to the... I've thought long and hard about it.
All right then, and I think I know where to find Valentine's grave.
Really? What is your name, friend?
Henry.
I will wait for you here, Henry. Thank you very... Henry, I've got something for you. Hey, Henry!
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes, I am.
I've got a message from Master Chenyek for you. Go and see him in the Ole as soon...
What does he want?
Well, I don't know.
Easy. Nice and slow.
You nearly killed me! Fucking hurt you.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Gepriesen sei der. What do you need?
Let's fight.
Ah.
With real one.
Gut.
You'll do.
All right. Los geht's.
Für den Anfang.
Ich gebe auf. That was not bad.
I'll be happy to do it. I'd like to learn a...
Aber ja. If you are interested, this is blow.
That sounds...
Ja. After a hit von rechts. Verstehst du? Und jetzt? Oh ja, ja. Das hast du gut
You shouldn't be
gemacht,
walking
mein Freund.
around by yourself.
I'd like to improve...
Es kommt darauf an.
I'd like to learn...
Ja, natürlich. If you like, it may be...
That sounds good.
Natürlich. Zuerst. Es klingt. Und jetzt? Und? Oh, Christ.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to see the Mint Master.
Any fool could say that.
I have an appointment with...
All right.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show...
Hold your horses. Actually, I have...
You've come to...
Call it what you like.
The Assembly. The one King Sigis...
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet...
Don't try that on me, and tell the truth.
Well, I just want to climb the social ladder.
And could you not choose a
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel?
All right, all right. If I get you into the council, you'll behave, and that will be the end of our...
I must have misheard you. Our business will be over when I say it is, not before. So pull your head out your ass and see to getting me into that assembly.
All right, Jesus. No need to lose your... You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be... He's roughly around your age, although not everyone would want...
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. Which reminds me, you'll need his... Otherwise, he...
What will I need?
Fast feet and good manners.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve...
Well, no.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made special...
Where can I find...
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the
What would work on him?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him?
I'll be going then.
Just make sure we...
Come and take a gander. We've got it all. Quality goods here.
What would you like, sir?
I'll have a look at your wares.
Nothing to your liking, sir? The best wares on the market. Come and take a look.
Good day to you.
God be with you.
A fine day for some fine wares. Sweet pies.
shopping here.
Fruit pies.
Clear.
Keep close to the others.
Pies. Fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Well, come to your senses yet?
Oh, fuck you. I'm telling you, Conrad's going to win the tournament.
And I'm telling you, he doesn't stand a chance.
You won't get work like that just anywhere.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost, but they're first class, I have to admit. Thanks, Schneider. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks. God bless you, sir.
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am.
I'm Henry. I heard you're...
I am.
Supposing I took the job on for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while Why would you want to stick...
I want to see the king in the...
Why's that?
I heard a lot about him.
And as bad-tempered as the devil. The more I think about it, to begin with, you'll need confirmation that you... Look here. Do you have any idea what...
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. Show the confirmation to the head butler.
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better. The main thing is, don't...
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Take care.
Beautiful colours. Striped fabrics.
I'm sorry.
Don't...
Shy, come closer and take a look. Quality goods here.
Pfui.
What's new in the city?
Nicht viel. If you are looking for some...
What's new in this?
Nicht viel. If you are looking... Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
Well, come to your senses. Buy 2 box. I've got lots. Have a bomb as well. Sound as a bell. I'm telling you.
Not your day, eh? What did you do?
Nothing.
Really?
Were you expecting a different answer?
What if I freed you?
I'd scarper, obviously.
How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back. I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently some joker passed by and...
I'm sorry.
You ought to be ashamed.
So you don't end up here too. Good dog.
Good boy.
Oh.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to...
Franta's not coming.
He got poisoned. He's writhing in agony.
Oh, that's it. We can't be without a... So, have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. There is.
Everything. You've got a waiter's cap. A tunic you have. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. Everything has it. Do you know what your duties for an inexperienced...
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in short, behave it. But when one of the gentlemen calls, you'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and white Tokai or red monastery wine.
White or red by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow...
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour...
To stay in the background and...
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need... And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind...
Oh?
Well, yes, but only to what... Understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, but you'll manage it.
I know everything I need.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait...
There are the pictures of wine. Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
And on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at?
I apologize, sir.
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott.
Why?
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King
I fancy some Tokai. Refill, boy.
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! I apologize, sir.
The king can arrive at any moment.
Tokai.
What if he heard
White.
What?
Are you deaf?
We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies.
Well,
nicht wahr?
we are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes...
The king fears that this town will rise against him.
Which
He'll
one?
take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation.
Hey, where's my
We
wife?
shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter.
Sir?
Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
Well, thank the Lord.
I'd like to report to the Honourable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public bath.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the same thing?
Another drop of wine.
So
Don't
the cleanliness
make me
of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far
Orders
short
from
of
above.
covering all the
Do you
citizens'
see that?
needs.
Even the waiter is having a laugh at us.
The new baths at Outbreak. And Adam's old ones.
More
But I
wine,
hear the
Master
Hotbed
Bailiff.
baths are more of a pigsty.
They still are a bit.
I'm
But
sorry.
the quality went downhill at Adams, too.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, go and get it. And don't you make a mess there.
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back.
More baths?
I'm sorry.
The need for cleanliness and citizen... health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated. If someone needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well.
Nice.
And while he's there,
These
a
silver
man can
might be
shave
special.
and take a... you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punt.
So, did you find it?
Keeping the city clean.
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
Because we're always arguing
I'm
about
sorry.
the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle? Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual.
That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honours us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants,
Pour me
as
some
long as he does no
monastery wine.
damage.
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit!
I'm sorry.
You know full well. Everybody
Monastery
knows.
wine.
He wiped the
Here.
floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the
Well,
anointed
thank
monarch
the Lord.
with such...
Me? Compose myself?
Me? I beg your pardon.
Why?
I
like
demand that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
Thank you,
My
waiter.
ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
I fancy
What
some
happened
tobacco.
there? Leave
Refill,
nothing
boy.
out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
I heard there were several dead.
Did you?
Sorry.
That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries,
Boy,
students,
I'd like some
other
white.
scum of all kinds.
But city councillors? Be specific, Forsooker. Are you blaming one of us?
Ah, and look who spoke first.
First of all, it wasn't a duel.
Don't hang around me.
It's supposed
Vanish,
to be an
you hear me?
honourable combat.
As you wish.
I didn't even take part in it.
And that's the only reason you're still here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody, you should point the finger at the youngster here who's...
Excuse me?
Ah, never mind.
Boy,
I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom
Refill,
to us.
sir. Do you
It's
think I
now
come to the
run by
council just to
German
guzzle wine?
Menhard.
Come here.
Who knows who that fellow is?
What can I help you with, sir? I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now, but...
We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
I really shouldn't, sir. A fine servant you are.
By the bailiff. And that's that. There are more pressing matters
I
to deal with.
apologise.
More pressing than the open contempt of the
My
whole
cup
town
is
garrison.
empty.
The guards are apparently
Well,
setting
Mr.
accounts their
White,
own
sir.
way.
Do you
We'll
see
soon
that?
be the laughing
Even the
stock of the whole
waiter's having a
town.
laugh at us.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long. So what if they have one more reason?
My words exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since years, the eternal dispute over Sycath. The building of the church is dragging on and infamy. They are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to mock a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those so-called craftsmen are a band of parasites.
Hey,
You
waiter.
pay them,
Pour
they
me
come
something
late,
high.
or report sick. And if they do come, their work
sorry.
is shit, and you have
I
to
wasn't
pay
paying
someone
attention.
else to put it right.
It's a waste of time. I tell
Boy!
you, a waste of time.
Sir, Adam, don't interrupt the proceedings with your drunken rant.
You, lad!
Even if you
You
are.
look familiar to
And
me.
as for you,
Have we met?
Haven't you noticed there's a war going
Are
on? Are the
I
experts
really couldn't
from
say,
far
sir.
off supposed to work in a city under siege?
I have a feeling
Besides,
I've spoken with you before,
I get the
too.
feeling there's something other
Or
than the
with
welfare
someone
of
who
the
looks
city
a hell
behind
of a
your
lot
complaints.
like you.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, my friend. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult
Waiter,
me?
pour me red wine.
I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
You?
Well,
I see
hope
you've
you're
come
not
up in the
supplying
world.
equipment
From
to
a
the army.
bathhouse boy to a
That's all
waiter.
they have.
You'll
They
go a
would be
long way.
defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Opring.
I might make councillor one day.
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course.
You're a merry soul, lad.
People from the
I
whole
like
town go
that.
to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
You there, lad, a cup of red, and don't you skimp on me.
Sir?
Thank you, waiter.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's going to tackle Root hard.
Azonal Gyurcsegösse, a legjobb katonaikat, és kelkinek útra!
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Unlike this man of false!
Come now, father.
Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part with...
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser, and you saved my neck and Henry's too.
None of that.
Who knows?
You know what? How does it feel to breathe?
What can I...
Or, until you become...
No fear of that in my case. Wine.
What do you plan to do now, Ura?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no...
Have you...
I'll leave that to the older and wiser.
Do you know any of the guests?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. We've had bandits, noble...
Wait a moment. Rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a rest. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them.
I wouldn't be too sure. Who's that friend?
The great Baron Brabant. He's got more fairy tale.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been...
Dear me. But I suppose...
Indeed you should.
Oh, don't start with...
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hap.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a...
It's not difficult, and we are both a little... I'm Yehuda. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see every...
Because we all need to have... And why would they not...
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious the situation in the town and the... You have men and weapons.
Why are you telling this?
Everything in good time.
Did you come to lend money?
Not to lend, but to give.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that...
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzig Copula?
You know each other?
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I reckon the two of you would hit it off. He's reliable and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling, he was supposed to become a blacksmith.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of...
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this...
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like...
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken...
Don't make hasty judgments. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzig Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him.
A person can't choose their parents.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink.
For that...
Good health.
L'chaim.
God be with you, friend.
I'm glad to find you.
But everything else has gone down.
Good health to you, sir. I'm
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of... I am a warrior, a traveler.
My word.
Mais non.
I beg your pardon.
But you seek allies, no? Is it not the friend of my friend is also a likable boy, although he could...
How did you end up...
c'est une histoire compliquée. And only lost it narrowly...
That needs some explanation.
Oh, misère.
So, be so kind as to enlighten me.
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in...
Oh. I thought it was...
My neck was not at risk in Maleshov. But they never...
You say you're a poet?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but the first? I think not. To recite...
Where have you been on your travel?
But of course. I was born by this. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then and if you are interested in my greatest deed...
And you wouldn't by any chance know...
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface de Na...
How come almost nobody...
I am operating. My great benefit is my strong connection. There, everyone knows my name. Here it...
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health. And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome.
Tell me a bit more about those.
Certainly.
Botchek of Kunstadt.
That's just the thing. He's got massive... He doesn't play the big game. He always goes for the sure thing. But...
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a...
He still is. The only one who retained him. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on...
Anna of Waldstein.
Wenzel Bartosz. And I
was quite surprised to see her.
A male affair? Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary... But don't trust appearances. She's got claws.
And what use can she be to us?
She's as sharp as they come. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his weapons, and that it was thanks to her.
Why me?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry, there aren't many like...
I'll get on it then.
I wish us both...
Success to our plans.
Mein Gott, wo liegt das Problem?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Hey, where's that beer? Innkeeper, a beer.
Sir,
Nor I, until now. I am Sir Conrad.
Used to be.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the King decided to replace...
Are you going to...
I haven't quite decided yet. It's true that displeasure against... But if our rebellion were to come face to face...
Do you think you might...
I doubt it. Half the town hates Vabak, but no one would even... And he knows that his security stands and falls...
We've got quite a bit in...
More than you think. If my memory doesn't... So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussion.
Served.
Even so. Before King Wenceslas appointed me his mint master.
And now look at us. We have cast off our...
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention.
It was a pleasure.
Likewise.
God be with you. No, there's something I'd like.
God be with you.
Your diplomat.
No beating around the bush, eh?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, Millet.
To muster an army.
Christ.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on. Although, between the two of us, it isn't.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well, but they wouldn't dream of stating them. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary...
I'd say you have a better...
Not only for people, but also...
Then you were in the right place.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. So...
Nothing more than support and resources for an army...
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And...
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you. If you want me to support you.
Do you have something in particular?
Well, one of the guests here has something...
who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support you.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz, they're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband. The fact that I'm handling his estates makes that...
And these papers, I'm supposed...
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself...
You were dealing with the...
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is...
I'm supposed to rob...
Harman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant...
Just insignificant documents. If they incriminate...
All right, I'll help you.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags. Bring them to me, and put these there. But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek. And he's a great lord.
Greetings, children. Take a look at that. A nice
I had a few nightingales, and they all screeched like the devil.
Be careful with those groschen, my friend.
Greetings. Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem?
God forbid. But stand...
Not really.
Shall we roll some...
Well, I'll wait at the table. Greetings to you too. Good day.
And with you?
Supposed to find him a bride? On top of it?
I've got those papers from Ald...
Quiet!
Milady, here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words...
Thank you. No.
Yes, quite.
How could I refuse a toast with such...
And to the success of our efforts.
Tomorrow? Let's do it!
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Ha! Even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes. Well, we haven't...
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up, then.
We'll talk later and in private.
Don't try, Mike.
Why so strict,
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat. Only I got him a place at the art, only it wasn't long before. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him.
Try saying it again a little louder.
You have the impertinence to show me your fate?
You're exaggerating. Like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerate? You're a horse wandering around.
Oh, actually, but maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime.
You're dishonoring...
I can't dishonor someone who has no...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge...
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies.
You've got no other option. Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher.
You want satisfaction? Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard.
After you.
Well,
shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher...
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Take that!
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
You're fast. Ha! No chance. Not bad for a priest.
Look in my eyes, not at my sword. Stand firm. Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse. Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist. Left arm lower. Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through.
Ha! Never saw that coming. Hey, who told you that?
Take that, you shit!
They teach you that in the seminary?
Your leg.
Hey, who told you that? You're fast. Hey, who taught you that? Enough!
Hey,
that will do.
Game of darts. I've been waiting for it.
Somehow I'm no longer in the mood.
That makes two of us.
My God. Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. That you could teach sword fighting in a...
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. And the sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days? He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder?
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
Do I have any choice?
If it's really that important, you don't.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
I'll bet my last groschen he's setting.
Look out.
I mean, who the hell does he think he is? He's not the one with the itchy prick. Tell you anything? He didn't even look at it. He just told me to bugger off. Women? Sure. Happy to help.
Sir Kunzlin, I haven't...
You're Godwin, aren't you?
Oh dear.
Have no fear.
Will you support Margaret?
That depends on what it is. If he decides to just wait, then no.
Do you think we should...
I came here for one reason alone. If Yops doesn't lay one out...
I expect you know...
Why wouldn't I?
I hope she doesn't feel unwelcome here.
To her own relatives, certainly. Anna cared for him devotedly till the day he died. And it wasn't a quick death.
So it's not true what they say? That his demise was convenient for him?
Vile slander.
What do you think of the rabbi's offer? The Kuttenberg Jewish community is large.
Or nothing.
He said he was in...
Aye, but still he must...
So you don't...
And isn't it natural? It's not just fate. They live in our city. But they're more for... God be with you.
We could do that tomorrow. Let's do it!
Mind where you're going.
A little misunderstanding involving a big pile of counterfeit groschen.
How big are they? Big enough for that bastard Istvan to...
May I have a word with you?
You? Anytime. Unlike this...
have you got something?
Their forefathers lived up and they think that...
But surely they're not old.
Allies or not.
Young Lord Capon.
He got a harsh lesson, but if not...
Do you think there's really going to be a...
I sincerely hope so.
What do you think?
Are you testing me? Jobs to court?
To turn out some are up to...
Better make sure you're among the latter.
And that's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his... Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as...
On the contrary.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms?
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. Only in order to get them.
You've got my attention.
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it...
Really? Name it...
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
Truly? Well...
I wouldn't mention the word...
All right. I have a lot of property. Lots of subjects to look after. I can't risk it all.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left...
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to an...
Maybe it's enough to find...
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who...
I believe Lichten...
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund.
How about young...
He's a youngster.
He may be young, but he's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate, that's his...
If he gets it. Right now, Hunnish lords over that. On the other hand, the lords of Leipa have a good reputation, and Hunnish can... Maybe it's not...
So...
You're selling this first. I want a confirmation.
And what if...
I don't care what the young lord... If he agrees, I'll be happy.
Pushing a friend to tie a knot.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice.
Into the grain sack.
Sir Hanush, I bring...
You do?
I've gained us a...
And who is it? I hope...
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of
Kunstad? How the hell did...
Well, I explain...
Mutually?
He's got a...
Stop beating...
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so...
Hans Capon? Godwin, you can...
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So... Young Hans is to marry Kunstad's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishop?
Forget it. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's
Cheers!
Cheers to you!
Good greetings. Sir Butcher, your niece Yivka.
So Hanush agreed?
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill...
Thank you.
Enough formality.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yivka.
Here's to a good bargain.
I'm still hoping it works out. We walk out of here with a clear plan. But maybe you were right. It was probably not the best idea to gather...
Gentlemen, I think we can...
Is this...
Like I said, tell me, Godwin...
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of...
Both of them. Good...
This is going to be a lot...
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord, but we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband. Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, a lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swillpot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargitz, your insolence just cost you your place on the council and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Margaret, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you are harsh, rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago.
You don't. Can't you tell white from red?
Well, no matter. At least the Takai will remind us of our home. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good. To your health. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, Your Majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raposh. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easy. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of Red.
Why did this? Quickly! If Repoche falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
To bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
No, sire. It would be inappropriate for me to drink with you. I apologize.
As you wish. To your health, Marquardt, and to our upcoming victory.
I couldn't resist you either. The sausages were not sure.
You in need of something, my wild friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. So,
touching.
Come now.
I never had one.
Truly?
Not a bit. I'm just a cynical old pragmatist.
In that case, I'm quite simple and Fuck.
I've got a tongue like...
Well...
His lordship...
To hell with that keg slut. I had my eye on him all evening and left the rest of us to drink cheap.
You can bet on it. I've got an...
I don't doubt.
I'm filled with grief. The roast was calling out to me.
I'm not drunk. At the French court, I drank many under the table. Even the notorious.
Be quiet. You are as drunk as a fiddler.
I am. Not.
Baron
Meum est propositum inter perna mori. Whatever.
They got by without us so far. They'll be fine. We wouldn't be much use to them anyway. You're right. I don't know about you, but I can barely stand. And to stand over that ditch, you just fall in.
At least you can swim.
Just a bit longer.
You already said that.
What do you say?
Good health.
Maybe an old
As a fiddler. When those two girls came. Not.
You don't, Father.
But I'd rather run my own.
You should rejoice that you are to be married.
We're all needed in the morning.
The red'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Ruthard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
The surrounding Christopher can't make it alone. I'll be done with you. Not right. You took him down.
I still can't quite do that.
One step back. Stand your ground. Nice strike.
You won't be able to take it up. Caught him out quickly.
He'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
Show what you're made of.
Come and get him.
No wonder you're still standing. I'm gonna do it.
That's right. Drive those
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher can't make it on his own. I'll be done with you in a moment.
You never saw that coming.
I'm bleeding.
You won't be able to take another one like that.
Nice try. One step back.
And one right there on Get him! Nice hit!
Jesus!
They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own. You caught enough. Hey! I need a hand here!
I'll be done with you in a flash. Stand back! Stand your ground! Slice him up! Now you're mine, right on your... Let him have it! No mercy!
Gah! Gah! Go!
I'll be done with you.
Whoa! Whoa! You're head! You'll be fucking sorry.
That's it! He's done! Good! But he's still all the way over here! You're done here, whoresome's sake! That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope that...
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund.
But, as you can see, our allies are...
I'll gladly play dead for a while. Be so kind.
What happened, Godwin?
My younger brother, Christopher. You've known him for half a day, so what?
Shut up!
Look, leave him be. He's right.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
That is the least.
I tried to come as soon as...
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moved... We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
You want to give up now?
Nobody said anything. We'll treat the wounded, then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for you.
If I survive the journey.
The king announced one more thing, that is, he ordered.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his...
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs.
They're our allies.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still... Maybe Samuel will figure something out.
He's here too.
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got...
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning.
Captured.
If anyone shows...
They're almost crushed.
To know about it. Jesus! The surrounding... Christopher, he can't make it on his own. So what? Take that! Nice, right. Is that what that's right?
I'll have your arm.
Oh, you
Jesus! The surrounded Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Take that fucker out! Hey! Get back!
Right on the building.
Stand your ground!
Had enough yet? Jesus! Surrounded Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Watch out! Step back! Stand your ground! Slice him up! He's done for! You'll be fucking sorry! Let him have it! Never saw that coming! And now he's watch out! He's trying to...
Jesus! The surrounded Christopher. He can't make it on his own. Nice hit! No mercy!
Slice him up!
With big ball!
He's having a shot!
Guard the walls until morning. Captured. Then only Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Come on then!
Once more we can go home.
Right on.
Watch out! He's trying to
He knows how to sword.
You'll be fucking sorry. What are those tanks?
I should go back. Go!
God!
Whoa!
Didn't see that coming, eh?
Stomach. Must have food poisoning.
Nice hit!
Die like him! You having a shot? That one's hiding. I think I'm gonna shoot. I must have been.
Fuck it, you get most of them!
You're done here, Orsons. That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fucked in my eyes to...
Godwin!
How?
Damn.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father?
They left with Yobs long, but
Where did they go?
they've got to raise an army.
So we have a plan.
But
I'll be so
What happened?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those boots.
she was simply in the wrong place at the wrong...
And they almost killed my brother. But only almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I got there in time to... Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing...
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and...
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchick's a money grab. We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe it.
And Sigismund will be moving at a... We have to be really...
Is there anything we...
Definitely not right. We'll treat the wounded, then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for...
If I survive...
The king announced one more thing at the camp, that is... He ordered.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people, but...
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs.
They're our allies.
What do you mean by... Maybe Samuel will figure something.
He's here too.
Aye, escorting the rabbi.
Anyway, we've got...
Give me a moment. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know. I'll be with Chris. Well, it was all good. No, you almost took pinnacle.
That's right, gentlemen. Tough old boots. If the horse fell on me, I wouldn't get up again. Defenders will spare the animals.
My tempers lost his life. They'll never leave us alone. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse? I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survives. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already. One punch now captured, the other off crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. Botchek is as greedy as a pig. And Hinek is... well, no.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway. One Kronstadt captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. Botchek is as greedy as a pig. And Hinek is... well, no.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway. One Kronstadt captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. Hinek is... well, no.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway. One Kronstadt captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. As greedy as a pig. Hinek is... leave it alone, the two of you.
Now we're in it.
Poor,
handsome, young, dirty.
well, peaceful.
What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
He's as greedy as a pig. Hinek is...
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway. Didn't even spare the animals.
my tempers lost his life too. Arrows in him, knocked down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know.
Dobbs finds out about this. This is a nightmare.
Good doggy. Good boy.
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of young Sir Christopher and hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best thing we can do is to keep doing our work.
What if the old lord doesn't come back?
Then we'll have a young one. It's not a little boy.
So many.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, they could well have... If it hadn't been for you, Henry...
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, they killed Lady Anna of Volstein. And they captured our closest... Without them, we can hardly get the burghers up.
We'll figure out a way.
But how? Get a grip. You're right. Nevertheless, I have to...
Actually, at Sigismund's council...
Gods, we need to get back to this. I'm going with you. Out of the question. You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try... Jesus Christ.
You did. But I still insist that it was necessary.
What have we done?
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. Just tell him.
What did you talk about?
We talked about your stepfather.
Why?
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? Well, the thing is...
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Nothing. Proof, perhaps, that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, but now that I know I will never see him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a...
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard
nonsense. It is as Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. And all that with the king.
This is what we were afraid of. But we need to get back in. Will you come with us?
I'll come.
Very well.
Let's not waste time.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka, what brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And
all right. I'll explain to you on the way.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Let's go then.
Borekata.
Perez, can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't worry. We'll save your mother.
And everyone else too. Don't forget that.
You seem to care an awful lot about these people, sir.
Are you surprised? It's all my fault. If they weren't helping me...
That Reuter Sigismund, may his name be erased, would have found some other excuse to get rid of us.
Look, it's not that I don't feel sorry for you, but don't you think maybe we could make the horses go a little faster? At this pace, we won't make it there in a week.
Samuel, how... What was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
It may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mummy will surely tell you more, if we can get there in time. What was he like? I mean, Martin.
He was a good man.
Seriously. Whip those fucking horses.
All right. Schnell, schnell.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sherwin.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough. Follow me.
What a blessing it is.
to have found the passageway.
I would be happier.
We all...